Hi everyone. First of all, thank you so very much for tuning in and watching my videos and liking and commenting and giving me feedback. It means the world to me. And I want to talk to you right now about what I do and having people experience their first best life, because I've had a few people bring up to my attention lately that they're not exactly sure what that means. I'm so glad they said something about that so that I could actually explain what it is, first best life. So what I mean by first best life is like, there's this life out there that's waiting for you, and I'm coming from the place that anything is possible. So when I'm helping people experience their first best life, I'm coming from that anything is possible. And some people can't see that. Some people they can't see that anything is possible because they feel like it's limited or finite. And I totally understand that. And if that's the case, that's okay. But I'm coming from the anything is possible when we're having a conversation about the area of life that is most important to them. Because to some people, what's important to them is a relationship. An intimate relationship, or finances is very important to them, or their health is very important to them, or their spiritual health is very important to them. So whatever that is, I want them to experience their first best life in that category. Because sometimes I'll say your first best life, and they'll say, well, my kid is my first best life. Your kid would be a relationship, and I would absolutely want you to experience your first best relationship with that kid in that area. But then there's other things too. There's all the other areas of life that I would want people to experience their first best life, not their second best or their third best or fourth best or fifth best. So here's the perfect example. I was having a conversation yesterday with a friend of mine, and we were talking about cars. And I know that cars is maybe not that important of an area, but we're going to just use this as an example, and you can follow along with what I'm saying about an area of life that's important to you, and we can make reference to it. So I said, if you could have any vehicle in the world and it just be no money issues, anything you want, what would it be? And she said, I'd like to have a Range Rover. I'd like for it to be forest green. I'd like for it to have black interior, and it'd be a 2016. I said, that is awesome. So what do you have right now? She said, I have a 2012 Nissan Altima, and I totally love it. I said, great. Well, if you're being honest with yourself, well, where does that Nissan Altima fall down in the rankings of your favorite? And she said, I think it falls about 4. So that's her fourth best vehicle that she's experiencing. She could have the third best, which I don't know what vehicle that would be. Then there'd be the second best, and I don't know what kind of vehicle that would be. Then there would be her first best, which would be the Range Rover that she wants. Well, I want to have people experience and have their first best life, in this case, the Range Rover. So that's what I mean by first best life. And, you know, I don't mean to say that a vehicle is more important than these other areas, because to everybody, they have a completely different area of life that's very, very important to them. And I want them to experience their first best life in that area, not second, third, or fourth. Anyway, I would love it if you guys would give me some feedback on this and let me know that you understand what I'm talking about, and that I'm making myself clear when I'm talking about my first best life. And tell me if you see what's possible for yourself as you've been listening. And then feel free to comment about what area of life is important that you don't think you're experiencing your first best life in. All right, thank you guys so much for listening. God bless.